Wulfrik the Wanderer, turn 1. There's a weak Bjornly army nearby. They're within striking distance, and if you defeat their chieftain in battle, you can confederate the Bjornlings on turn 1, instantly gaining control of their settlement Troll Fjord, and all of their armies. What do you do? Although Snaga is a fool, his army includes some elite Marauder champions and fearsome female warriors, special troops that you will not be able to recruit yourself until much later in the game. If you charge immediately into battle, you'll crush the weakling Snaga and scatter his army, of course, but the entire army will be destroyed after the battle. Even if you're careful not to wipe out their units during the battle, as a starting enemy, his entire army will be wiped out automatically. Instead, you enter ambush stance, 80% chance of success at this location. You recruit a Marauder chieftain at your settlement, move him into the settlement and then back out on the near side and start recruiting a couple of basic units. Then end your turn and wait. The impetuous Snaga will not be able to resist the chance to attack your seemingly weak force and will rush headlong into your well-laid trap. There is a small chance the ambush will not succeed. In that case, you can just reset your ambush trap and try again on the following turn, or it is only turn 1, you can just restart the game until you do get the ambush straight away. The battle itself should not be hard. The main challenge is inflicting army losses and breaking them without destroying the female warriors or the Marauder champions. Killing their chieftain first will help break them quicker. The mammoth can deal with the chieftain easily, so set up Wulfrik and the mammoth ready to attack the chieftain immediately. Use Wulfrik's bound ability and your shaman's spell to do area of effect damage on the bulk of their infantry. Make sure your mammoth stays on their leader until he's dead or routed. You can use your ranged attacks from your horsemen to help break enemy units when they get close to wavering. Try not to completely destroy any of the enemy units. Your main priority is to make sure that the Femir and the Marauder champions don't die, but they're quite hardy and should survive easily. The basic Marauder spearmen and Marauder warriors, although weak, are still useful and they'll become yours after the end of the battle. You won't have to fight again immediately after this, so don't be afraid to take a bit of extra damage on some of your own units in order to make sure that you don't wipe out too much of theirs. Your mammoth causes terror, so if you can keep that nearby to the enemy troops, that'll help them break easily. Large concentrations of your own troops will give a morale debuff to enemies if they're outnumbered nearby. Shooting them with your Marauder horsemen gives an extra debuff. Just try and stack all of these things plus a little bit of damage to make those units break one by one. I ended up killing their chieftain and also their Marauder horsemen in this one, but it's entirely possible to win this without wiping out any units at all. After the end turn, you'll get the dilemma, allowing you to confederate the enemy tribe. You'll gain control of their Troll Fjord settlement, and you'll get the remainder of their army. Although ambushing instead of attacking immediately does cost you 1 extra turn, you get about 3 turns worth of recruitment, including a couple of units that you're not going to be able to recruit for a long time. Those Femir warriors and Marauder champions are much stronger than anything that you can recruit at this stage of the game. And it just helps you complete that first full 20 stack a little bit quicker. All right, that's all for this little tip. Go out and get raiding, and don't forget to take their eyes.